Hello, it's Sunday, so it can only be another episode of Rainbow Flickers over the Crimson Screen with today a look at the show The Horror of Dolores Roach. That was on Prime, I believe it's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it was on Prime Video.
Hmm. 8 episodes full of things.
Yeah, full of things.
Interesting,
It
slightly short,
it's
unfortunately.
it's interesting. So if you're not familiar with the show, it's actually an adaptation of an off-Broadway play and a podcast. So so yeah, apparently the off-Broadway play is a one-woman show. So there's like one actress that
And
does all of this.
I
And
was reading about it, and it was actually interesting to see they giving some little Easter eggs in the show itself about actually where the one woman show is actually based on.
yeah, the show itself actually was inspired by Sweeney Todd. Because
Really?
Aaron Mark apparently saw Sweeney Todd and said, I can do something with this. So there's also like Easter eggs of Sweeney Todd in the show. Like for example, Sweeney Todd went away to prison for 15 years. Dolores also went away to prison for 15 years. Stuff like that. So it's definitely interesting to see.
And it's something also I just realized. It's there's very few Latino horror, kind of horror and horror comedies, and that was actually one pretty much Latino, which was actually an interesting actually concept. Uh, it was fun.
She is definitely someone who a lot of us love over here in the States. She always gives that warm, heart loving, character that we all love in the show. You know how those family sitcoms are? There's always that
Mm.
one character. It's like every time they cry, you cry.
Yeah, but she was completely unknown to me, so it's actually a show that completely passed me by, and you told me about it, and I just said, okay, let's have a go, let's see what it's like, and actually it was really fun. It
Yeah, it
was.
was really fun. From the starting, I didn't really know where it was going when it first started, but then once the people started being unalived.
Cooked.
Yes, cooked and being served as empanadas.
I know, it was a great Mexican bake-off, I would say. It was interesting. And it also was funny because a couple of months ago we did do an episode about this French movie called Some Like It Rare, which had a bit
Mm.
of a similar concept actually with two butchers who actually unalive people and sell them in the shop. But it was interesting to see it went a completely different way. So it
Yeah.
was kind of we had the same idea of cannibalism, but at the same time we actually like they went completely different way. And actually, it was
Mm-hmm.
very funny because the way they managed to make you enjoy the main character of Dolores, make you really feel sorry for her. You just oh poor girl, like it's not her fault until the ending. Actually, when you just like whoa okay. She was like, oh, it went dark very quickly. I would say like the first, maybe the first two, the last two episodes or the last three episodes went dark very quickly. And it
Yeah,
was
when
kind of change of tone.
when she's like, I don't want to be a serial killer,
Mm,
and she couldn't stop killing people.
I know. And let's talk about the character of Lewis. Ooh.
I I was such a fan of Lewis, and I hate how his story ended.
I did enjoy Lewis until that fateful episode in the bed. That was weird.
Yeah, and then he starts
Hmm.
when they're in like the middle of it, he starts trying to bite her thigh, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, that's why, and then do something else with this things. I would say. I don't know
Mm.
if we can set online, just like we might
So
be.
so basically, for those of you that have not seen it, Lewis decides. I think he's like a kid, right? I think he was like a kid when his father's girlfriend started to like touch him, and then later, I think a few years went by, and she left or something like that happened, and he decided he wanted to get rid of his,
Ding
you know.
dong. It's ding dong.
So he decided to put like hot oil on it to try to burn it off, and that didn't work. So then he tried to cut the remaining of it off with
Mm, a knife. Mm.
yeah.
Oh, fun and games. Oh, fun and games. I must say, was just like I was laughing in that show, and suddenly this thing happened. I was like, hold on. And I even sent you a message. Did he actually done that? And he's like, yeah, he did. It was just like, okay. And it got really dark. It actually got really, really dark. And even then, the character became more and more creepy to me, which was pretty weird
Yeah,
because I did enjoy the character, and the character just changed slowly, became
yeah,
creepier and creepier until the ending.
yeah. He was definitely trying to. I don't know. I feel a little bit some type of way about him because yes, I did find him creepy, but like towards the end, but I also found that he did everything just to protect her, and I was like, oh. And towards the end, he's just like basically begging her not to
Well, is it really? Yeah, at the beginning, maybe it was actually like he was trying to protect her, but
hmm.
very quickly he kind of enjoyed the fact he was getting the fame, the money coming in with
True,
his
that's true too.
when he was serving the community. I love that joke. When he actually got this serve the community on top of the restaurant, he was just like, "Yes, you do." It was pretty funny, and he did enjoy the money, and actually, you see, we're just like, "Oh, we got another one, so we can actually have more meats." Great. So it was pretty.
It makes you wonder how many human beings is it going to take to keep that afloat for like a year.
No, exactly. Exactly. And what's the name of the character? The black girl? I can't remember her name now. She was so fun.
Mm.
I can't remember. I'm gonna check.
Yes, I can't
Just bear
remember
with
her
me.
name either. I think it
The
was
voices.
it.
She was such a great character. Uh, the character of Nelly. She was fun. She was kind of.
She was.
I would say she was the most innocent one in a lot, and I should have a research for what I did for her too.
And what makes it worse is she finally found a a guy she actually
A guy.
liked who was,
I know. I know.
and
It's
she's
just
just like
like,
oblivious to everything going on.
mhm.
Like they're just basically chopping people up and serving them. She's just like, yes, come taste this. There was definitely some camera work going on there. Every time they were eating it, you see the close up of their mouths. I'm just like,
I know. And the other stuff that there's a body in the freezer, and she's actually, oh, we can come to work. Oh, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. The body is in the fridge. It was just like, it was some very dark comedy in there, and it kind of a breath of fresh air, because a lot of there's one thing I was thinking about today actually is a lot of horror actually kind of got away from comedy quite a lot. And they pretty much
yeah.
being a lot more formulaic. Apart from Chucky, Child Play actually, like the TV show that still go into this kind of comedy stuff.
Hmm.
We actually have the same thing. And it was quite nice to actually have this kind of horror comedy back into the forefront. It was really really fun, and with a lot of secondary character that you love to hate. And kudos to
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper, who was amazing.
I
She
know. I
was
love
such a
that when
good
you. I
character.
love that when you. I love that when you told me. Oh yeah, the lady who played like the New York girl. I was like, you mean Cindy Lauper?
I didn't recognize her. And she was so cool. I love that character. It was just, oh, I'm used to have her as a
Yeah.
redhead. So,
Yeah, it was. She did really good. She did really good in that. Um,
mm.
There were a lot of characters in here. There were some that I was kind of happy that they, got fed to the community, but I think there was one that didn't deserve it. We're not going to spoil it.
I wonder which one you're talking about. Is it the is that
Okay,
the one I'm
anyways, like I
thinking?
said, we're not going to
Okay.
spoil it.
Okay. Ah, you're
Thank
gonna have
you.
to tell me later. Tell me later. I'm not gonna tell anyone.
Mm.
Mm.
And what about are you ready for what apparently the ending means?
Did we talk about the ending really? The fact they are doing one of the worst cliffhanger ever.
Apparently it's not a cliffhanger.
What?
So
What do you mean it's not a
apparently
cliffhanger?
according to the episode guide, uh she is actually killing us, the audience. We're the ones that are behind the door.
What?
It makes no sense to me.
We don't know what Dominic is.
I know. So I'm
Do you
just
know
like,
what
is there going to
Dominic
be
is?
I don't. So is there going to be like a second season? I don't know.
Hope so.
But yeah, apparently it says she forces Caleb, the showrunner of the play that Flora ran, to drive her to Dominic's home. The final shot of the show is Dolores laughing hysterically before staring into the camera and killing the audience.
Really?
See, I saved that just for this.
This is what you were telling me earlier on, like you said we're gonna
Yeah.
talk later. Oh, okay. Really?
I don't know. Like, I hope they are wrong, but
I
I
hope
guess
so
we'll
too.
know. I guess we'll know if she, depending on if she gets well, if the show gets a second season. The show's done pretty good. It's been very critically acclaimed. It's sitting at 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. So hopefully, maybe. But in the scheme of things, with the writer's strike going on, the actor strike, who knows?
And I'm sorry if it's actually me she's come and killed. Actually, I don't have a nicer house like this. Can I have that house, please? Because this is not fair. You know, just like it was. No. I refuse to accept the fact this is actually the ending of it. I want a proper ending. I want to know what Dominic is because Dominic has been kind of the hidden antagonist for the entire show, and
I know, right?
they give us like this. Oh, he's dead. Actually, no, he's not dead. Okay, so he's not dead. But it's true that the fact Lois, Nelly, this character are unlikely to come back. I would say
Well,
because she
well,
left
hopefully,
the area.
I don't know. I was hoping Nelly would get out, but because Dolores is definitely right. Like, Lewis is just like, oh, she'll be fine. No, she
Hmm.
will not.
This is what I was saying. Like she actually said, like you see, it was bad for me, but for her, it's going to be even worse. Which was kind of a critique with the prison system in the U.S. anyway, which makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, especially when you watch Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Pussy. But yeah, it was like I don't feel that she will come back, especially unless because she does have a friend that actually tried to save people who are actually being wrongly accused.
Georgina.
Maybe the only white
She's
one.
Australian. She was Australian, right?
Apparently, she was.
Yeah, because there was like
She
a.
didn't say cranky, but she
I mean,
was
because
no.
everyone kept saying like she was English, and then she's like, "Oh, she's Australian."
Is she?
So,
I don't know. She hasn't said cranky, so I don't know. I just think kind of the
yeah.
Australian accent.
So
But
and
yeah.
apparently she knew where Dominique is too. So there's a lot of unanswered questions. you
I have
know.
a feeling that Dominic actually was the dad of a kid with This Is Me. Because she
There
seemed to
you go.
be really, yeah, she seemed to be very kid. She said, I'm gonna go and see my kids.
You
And
writing season 2? You're not telling me.
yes, yeah, I forgot to tell
You're
you,
supposed to be
actually.
on strike. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I just like, I'm a
well,
ghostwriter. They don't know. Even
well,
the
all in all,
showrunner doesn't know. So yeah.
Period. Well,
Mm,
all in all, what did you think of the show?
I enjoyed it. One thing I would say that really annoyed me was the 25-minute running time for the episode.
Yeah, there's some
It
quick
really,
episodes.
it felt so quick. It felt so quick, and in some way, I wanted to spend more time with the characters, and some of the characters I felt we didn't have enough time with. The podcaster, for example, who became this big thing at the end, but we didn't really spend that much time with him. That was
No, honestly, I thought he was gonna be one of the first victims.
exactly the neighbor, the black neighbor, actually, that we who seems to be the big thing, but actually just fizzled out as well. And I wanted to actually I feel like the Nelly character started as some kind of critic of the Gen Zs, I guess.
Yeah, but also the first person she meets when she goes back to her old apartment, because remember
Mm,
she meets them once and they let her in,
mm,
and they're just like, mm. But we also see the same girl going to get a massage from her.
mhm,
So I thought there was going to be something like in that, like maybe she was going to start talking to her. She was going to reveal some more information about
mm.
Dominique because they were acting really shady too. Like,
I know. There's one thing I found, I don't know, is there's some great characters that they have killed, unalived, and it's actually kind of, why? Because there were some really actually some very strong secondary character that are gone now that can come back. There could have been some great actually plot point on this, but I'm talking about the PI, for example, Cyndi Lauper, which was such a great character. Like she was there, what, for 2 episodes? 3 episodes? And she
mm-hmm.
was such a great character, and you just like, why? Because this was the kind of stuff you can imagine her just going around and actually try to go closer and closer to the truth. Excusez-moi. Closer to the truth. Uh, but it was interesting, but I don't know where it can go now. Really, I really don't, because
Yeah.
the characters we actually met, it seems the stories with them is over, and we just have Dolores left and the
I will
podcaster, I
say
guess.
I will say I don't believe Lewis is dead. I'm not buying it.
Hmm.
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. Like I know we saw him engulfed around flames, but something tells me someone that's willing to put frying oil on their junk like won't be defeated so easily.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have more than a waffle approach.
I could just see him coming back in like some weird 70s way where he's just like half his face is covered.
Yeah, that's true. But can we say that the Alejandro Hernandez is 50?
Yeah.
He's 50?
52.
52. He's 52. How can you be 52 and look so damn good?
I know. The dude looks like he's in his 20s. I was like, okay.
I was just like, no, really?
We love to see it. I'm sorry.
But yeah, but overall, I would say it was a really good experience. A bit too short. For me, it was a bit too short. I feel it would have, would the comedy would have worked in a longer episode? I'm not sure, because I think the pace of it does help with the humor. And the fact is, the character of Dolores kind of get herself in this situation, but she's not her fault. And with having a longer episode would have actually stopped this feeling of actually she lose control about what's happening, and she try to do better, but she always failed, or Louis failed usually. So it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I would actually recommend people to watch it, because what is 8 episodes, 25 minutes, so it's 4 hours.
Hmm.
You can do it in a weekend, really.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it to anyone that's looking for something different. With
Mm.
the current state of TV, there's not going to be a lot of new stuff coming out, but So there's our
Mhm.
recommendation for that for
Mhm.
something that's already out. So,
And
anyways,
for
David.
other Latino horror, American Carnage, that was fun too. Same kind
Okay, yeah.
funny because he's actually kind of the same theme. So with Jenna Ortega,
Okay.
so people like Jenna Ortega Wednesday, so she's in it, and it's a fun film. Also,
Well, for our next video, we're thinking of doing a horrible movie.
oh
If you got any
oh
recommendations, you know.
oh. Well, we're gonna go toward the Lifetime thing, I think. Oh,
Maybe.
2B, oh 2B.
Ooh, true.
Oh,
Oh, that's
oh,
a
yes,
good
so two.
idea.
That's for you to be, to be, you to be, you're
Hmm.
to be, you to be determined.
Okay. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. As always, if you do like
Mm-hmm.
us, you can, hit the little button down there. You can
Mm,
subscribe and check out our podcast. So, yeah.
mm-hmm. And when we have this, we will put the link for Some Like It Rare in the description if you're interested to listen to this. That
If
was a
YouTube
fun
allows
movie as
us.
well.
If
Mm-hmm.
if YouTube allows us, because they seem to not want to allow us to do anything. So
Ah, that's true. Ah, well,
we'll see
one
you
day we
guys next
will.
weekend.
See ya. Bye bye.